So
Well, like we should just talk about like it's like what time is it right now?
okay.
So right now it's 6:13 a.m.
Oh,
It's up.
it's up.
It's up.
Okay. Oh, 6:14.
It literally
It
said
literally yes.
6:13.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well they're up. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful.
Oh, that's pretty.
I feel like we should say like why are we even waking up this early? What even sparked
I have no reason.
this? We didn't even have a reason. We were
Yeah.
just like, "Oh, I'm thinking of going to see the sunrise tomorrow."
How did you wake up this morning?
I woke up actually kind of fine.
Yeah.
Like I went to bed at 1 a.m. Not good. I was honestly debating, like, I thought you were gonna text me being like, I don't know if we should do this
I
tomorrow.
almost did.
Almost did?
I almost did. It's okay. We're here.
Not the doubt.
I
But
almost did, and I was
I
just
almost
like,
did, honestly, because I was like, I don't know if, like, I don't know if I will have any good thoughts because I'll be so tired. Like, how am I supposed to think? You didn't even say how the last time we went, which was like a few days ago.
yeah,
How
the
did it
last
leave
time.
you? Considering
Okay,
it's
it
been
left me
so
knowing
long.
that we're both BTS fans.
Okay.
Actually, I'm a bigger BTS fan.
No. No.
There's a sense of calmness when you're talking with somebody like that you know. But when you have the first deep conversation with somebody,
Yeah.
I feel like there's almost nothing
BTS was
better.
deep.
It was very deep. It was a very deep cut. We were talking about the old school BTS, but when talking with someone, I'm kind of like, will they be deep? Like, how are what are they? What
Are
are they
they a
thinking?
deep
Are
person?
they a deep person? Are you a deep person?
I like to think so.
I think you are.
Oh, thanks.
After a conversation
Okay. About BTS.
about BTS, but I feel like the the realization of wow, I can get deep with this person
hmm
is far better than anything that is said. It's just like a comfortability
Yeah.
thing. Have you ever had
Okay.
this like realization where you somebody else realizes something and then from that realization you realize something else?
So you're both sharing a realization.
It's
Okay, yeah.
called a shared realization.
Sure. And that, folks, is what you call
I think it
flip
happens
that.
to me a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, and I
So like
realized
all of your ideas are actually based off of other people's
let's not
epiphanies.
let's not say that. But I feel like yes, in a way.
Yeah.
Like all of our ideas, there's no way our ideas are 100% real
Oh,
or
like 100%
100%
original?
original. Do you think? Have you ever had an
No.
idea where it's like nobody has ever thought of this?
Okay, wait.
Maybe the podcast.
Wait, actually, there are such things as original ideas.
Yeah, but like
Just maybe in
but
our day and age.
but it's got to have stemmed from something. Like how does that thought process from being like, "Oh, you can do this." You know what I mean? What's the most original thought you've had?
Most original thought I've had. Oh, damn. I don't know. What's the most original thought you've ever had? You think?
I think some podcasts.
It's not about though who had the thought
It
first. It's
isn't.
about who
Who
actually
carries
did it.
through?
I actually just saw a TikTok about that, which I know it's like it's basic knowledge, but it's like that whole thing, the whole phenomenon of people just being like, for example, like at an art museum, when you
Uh-huh.
see, say, like an art piece that's just like what, like a black freaking canvas.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, like a plain canvas or
Yeah.
something like that's like a square or something, and
Uh-huh.
people are like, "Oh, I could have done that." Like, and this sold for like $1
Oh,
million or something. Like, "Oh, I could have done that," but the thing is, you didn't.
I that's a big pet peeve when somebody does something and puts themselves out there, and then somebody else wants to be like, I could have done that.
Yeah,
Like you didn't.
but you didn't.
You didn't.
Exactly. And look at them. They did it and look where they're at.
True.
So it isn't about the original thought. It's just who actually runs with the thought and does something with it.
So yesterday, I had lunch with my friend. He had a lot of self doubt within his own personal like journey,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's like pretty common. But what he was going through was kind of the kind of the cycle of he's really trying,
Mm-hmm.
but it still is not working out.
Yeah.
And this is more so like career wise. Um, and I asked him like, "Do you think everything happens for a reason?"
Mm.
And he said yes, but he said that it's really hard to look at life in a retrospect kind of aspect rather than being in the moment, being like with those feelings. And honestly, I think it's a good thing to be in the moment and with those feelings, because what is life if you know like the end of it already,
Yeah.
or you know the result?
Yeah.
So I don't know, do you think everything happens for a reason?
Happens for a reason. I don't like to think that we have like a predetermined like life
Hmm.
or like fate.
Like it's more of a choose your own path.
I kind of, yeah, I've always liked to think of it that way, but also at the same time, like sometimes when like life moments happen, I'm just like, I feel like this was like meant to happen.
Hmm.
Or like, I really like the butterfly effect.
Is that
Well, basically, I think it's like they were talking about how like if a butterfly were to be killed, something as big as like the dinosaurs wouldn't exist or something like that. I could be so wrong on that, but it's basically just like saying like even something so small
hmm
can, I guess, like result in some of like the biggest changes, shifts, or just like moments in your life. Something that you thought was so minuscule, but it's like if this didn't happen, then I would not be where I'm at right now.
yeah,
And I do believe in that. Like for example, like I wouldn't be a, I think,
if you didn't go
oh,
to that concert?
I wouldn't be in Chicago. Sorry, I don't want to say my school.
Okay, restart that sentence.
I wouldn't be.
It's so fake.
What?
Go, go, go.
Are you calling me fake?
No, 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 no. I'm calling that sentence fake.
I wouldn't be attending school in a city like Chicago.
Really?
Shut up. If it wasn't for the butterfly effect.
What happened?
It was, I think I kind of told you about this.
Was
It was
it a
a concert,
concert?
yeah. And also it wasn't just a concert. If it wasn't for the fact that I was supposed to go to that concert with one of my hometown friends. But she backed out last minute because her parents don't think Chicago is safe, I guess. And they
Okay.
were kind of iffy about us going by ourselves. And I think she also had something else come up during
Okay.
that time, anyways. Um, so instead, my mom came with me, and it was both my parents. We drove up, well, not up, we drove west to Chicago for this concert. We were literally just going to go to the concert, go back home. Because this was an artist that like I've been wanting to see. They're mainly like Europe based. So it amazed me that they were in the US
Mhm.
and that they were, I guess, so close. Um, but we drove to Chicago, and the concert venue happened to be right in the middle of campus, and like the school that we're attending,
We go to the same
it
school.
was low key my number one school, just because mainly location wise, and
Really?
also what it could provide for like. I mean, I wanted to go into like digital marketing, all that, and I knew that where we're going
Uh-huh.
had like good um assets for that. But I remember like we were driving through campus, and I remember specifically we were driving. I forgot what road is that? Yeah. Oh shit! What the fuck am I
The
saying?
main the main the main road.
We were driving down one of the main roads of campus, and we passed. I remember we passed by like the music school,
Uh-huh.
and I remember just thinking like, oh my gosh, like I was so sad because at that time I knew, or like I had thought that I wasn't going to go here.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I was going to go to um, just an in-state school. That was the cheapest option out of the schools I applied to. And I was just like thinking like I really want to be here. Like I want to be here so bad. And I wasn't trying to be dramatic, but I was like doing the whole like looking out the window thing, trying to let my parents see just like how sad I was. Even though I also wanted like I knew that they were going to be providing like paying for the cost, so like of course I knew that part of the decision should be up to them, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like they should have a say in where I go because they
Okay.
were providing for me financially. But luckily my mom, like if my mom didn't go, because my mom's usually the one who calls the shots, I guess.
Okay. Strong,
um
independent woman.
Oh, that would be such a good topic. Anyways, she was the one who was just like, "Oh my gosh, it's like so nice here and I could like really see you here." And I didn't even have to like ask like again like can I go here? It was just more like she had her own realization where she was like, I think I'm willing to pay a little bit more
Mm-hmm.
for you to be in Chicago rather than paying almost like a few thousands of dollars less to just be in a random small town in
Yeah.
Michigan, you know?
Yeah.
And if if that didn't happen, I wouldn't be here right now.
You wouldn't.
Like I would not be here right now. I would be in freaking Michigan. I We would go our whole lives like not knowing each other.
That is so true.
Yeah, who would have known like the next time I would have seen a sunrise on the water?
Doing a podcast.
Exactly, doing a freaking podcast.
Yeah. I think I kind of have a similar realization with like everything happens for a reason,
Yeah.
because it also has to do with us going like to our school.
Hmm.
I think that, well, I didn't even know about our school,
Yeah. I
like
mean, yeah.
genuinely. I didn't even know until my advisor was, I told her my major, or
Yeah.
like what I wanted to do, and she kind of just like spammed the crap out of me
Yeah.
with with a bunch of schools that had that major
Hmm.
or that were good. And to be honest, I really felt like before that, or not even that, but like during that time, I felt like everything kind of was not falling into place.
Hmm.
And not to say that everything not falling into place, there's no reason for it. I feel like
Yes.
there's definitely a time for like hardships
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
and well, there's that whole thing of like, if you didn't go through any hardships, like the good parts of life wouldn't feel as good.
Yeah.
So it was a super hard time, um because I felt very like lonely
Hmm.
and like independent, but didn't feel, I don't know, the strength to be independent,
Yeah.
or like the confidence to be independent.
Yeah.
So I went I just went about like the kind of college picking situation as a way to prove that I'm worthy and see. It was bad. It was like I was picking colleges just for self-worth,
Hmm.
and I was
Were you
like,
kind of leaning towards like I guess prestige?
yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. Cuz my sister went to a pretty prestigious college, and she loved it,
Yeah.
and it was almost a sense of like comparison,
Hmm.
and knowing that it would always stick with me where I went to school. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I did that, and I only applied to our school because the application fee was zero.
was
I genuinely did not plan on going here.
was ours like the only one that was free?
Yeah. So,
Okay,
and there
so
was
then
no essay. So
oh,
I was doing. I maybe applied to, how many schools did you apply to?
oh gosh, maybe 6.
Six.
Yeah, not that much.
I think I was in like the 26, 25
Damn.
range.
Did you
And
apply to all the Cali schools?
yeah,
Okay.
well, not all,
The
but the
most.
main ones.
Yeah.
I got into one that was pretty good.
You know, UCLA used to be my dream school.
Me too. My parents met at UCLA,
Oh, okay, yeah.
so it was like a it was like
Legacy. So what led you to our school?
a. I really wanted to go to this one school in California, but they waitlisted me.
Mm,
So the whole summer I was like, I visited our school
yeah,
and I loved it. I don't think I could have picked a place where I could have like grown more than away from home.
yeah.
And I think since we're both like away from home, what's the biggest, I don't want to say thing you've learned, but like what's the biggest thing you've realized like about yourself?
Loki, I feel like one thing comes to mind, but I feel like I actually realized it before I came here because also I think a contributor to me even applying out of state was I feel like I also was during my senior year of high school and even after that because I took a
Hold
gap
on.
year.
They're about to
Okay,
jump.
good.
That was pretty good.
Aw.
That sounds okay. That sounds like a 10th episode kind of thing. We'll tease it now if it's not too
Get us there,
cold.
guys.
Anyways,
um, after my senior year, I took a gap year, not intentionally. It was quite literally because I was so unmotivated, so unsure about my future
hmm
that I just was so I would procrastinated like college applications. Oh wait, no, actually, sorry. I graduated high school, but then I had one more year. I was in this early college program,
okay.
so I had one more year to finish that off. Um, and then after that, I took my gap year. So it's like I guess I started college like 2 years after my peers did.
Oh, okay.
Um, but yeah, that gap year wasn't intentional. It was more out of me just I just kept pushing it, and then suddenly it was like, oh shoot, I can't apply for college anymore. I guess I will just work and figure myself out for a little bit.
Uh huh.
And luckily, and surprisingly, at least my mom was. My dad was a little bit like, "Why are you taking a gap year?" But
Uh
luckily,
huh.
my mom was like, "Well, like I don't want you to rush into something as big as college if like you're not fully in it."
Yeah.
I guess. And that year I did a study abroad. I wouldn't even say it was a study. It was just like I went abroad. I didn't do any studying.
But was it an actual program, like a
Yeah,
study abroad?
it was a gap year study abroad program for like 3 weeks. Um,
Oh, it's 3 weeks.
yeah, it was short.
Okay. I thought you
Um,
were there for like a year.
no, literally just like yeah, a little blip of my gap year.
Good vocabulary right there.
Thanks.
Yeah.
um, and even that like even when I decided to ultimately when I was forced into my gap year, I guess, out of
hmm
my own procrastination, I wasn't like, oh, okay, I guess I can travel now. But I ultimately did it, and it was the most out of comfort thing I've ever done
hmm
because I mean I'm flying out of the country to a continent I've never been to all by myself. I've never flown by myself, and I'm flying like across the freaking ocean to meet a bunch of strangers that I'm going to be traveling with for the next like 3 weeks. And it was the most incredible experience of my life. And then that's what pushed me. It like reignited that fire. And like before that, I honestly was like, I want to go to college, but it's like I'm just so scared.
hmm
But then after that, I was like, I want to go to college, like, and I want to go somewhere like I want to go somewhere new, and I want to meet new people. I want to have new experiences. Like it kind of taught me that I wouldn't necessarily say like it was so out of my comfort zone. I think it was more like I think my comfort zone's much bigger than I thought.
Ooh, that's good.
because like I actually wasn't even uncomfortable during all that time of like meeting new people, learning new cultures, like being in places where like I didn't know the language, I didn't know the norms of it. Like it wasn't necessarily uncomfortable.
Hmm.
So I think that's one thing that I learned. Like I think people, I think people's comfort zones are bigger than they think they are.
Ooh, that's good.
Thanks. And so that's what I was like, okay, like I think I can go to college like out of state. It's always been something on my mind, but I
Hmm.
was like, should I? So I think now being here in Chicago, even though it's not even that far from home for me, it's like 4 to 5 hours away.
Hmm.
It's still like a completely different world. Whenever I'm home, I'm just like, is this even life? It feels like my life is on pause when I'm back at home because like everything is here now. I'm just like, does my family even know like who I am like now? Because like I'm like a whole different person when I'm here, but also I'm not me. I'm like
Yeah.
the most me I've ever been in my life. It further integrated that belief of mine, even though it's still a really scary feeling. Um, I'm a really big believer that like you have to like push yourself to go out of your comfort zone to kind of explore the unfamiliar,
Hmm.
kind of embrace it and like see it as like opportunities, a chance to try something new.
Yeah.
Because I would not have, I think about like how I was in high school and how like I had so many like dreams about the person I could be, the person I wanted to be, and I just did not think I could ever be that person staying at home. And I know like I'm not going to stay home forever. Like I would have gone to college maybe like an hour away, but even then like I don't think I would have been anywhere near to the person that I am now if I didn't leave home and I didn't go to a new city and did it on my own, I guess.
What's the best thing that you like about living away from home?
The best thing that I like,
Yeah.
it just makes me trust myself more, I think. I've always kind of viewed myself as like almost like another person. Like I
Like
kind of,
from third person.
yeah, low key like I like, so I've told you this before, but like I do digital diaries right on my Mac photo booth.
Hmm. They're
And I
very
always
good, by the way, for the audience.
I always talk to myself as another person. Like I always kind of say like I need to take care of her. Like I need to take care of her. And so like just knowing that I can take care of myself. I guess physically, mentally,
Hmm.
financially still figuring that out. But
We're there.
yeah,
We're there.
I'm not fully independent yet, honestly.
100 or 200K on TikTok in a day.
But like you have to have like a lot of trust in yourself
Hmm.
to be navigating this portion of your life.
Mm.
So, yeah. I guess it's just made me like proud.
That's good. That's good. That's really healthy.
Thanks. What has been your biggest takeaways? Because we're coming on to our senior year
Yeah.
of college.
Yeah.
What do you think has so far been your biggest takeaway? And do you still think that there's more that you want to take away from this experience within this next like upcoming year?
I didn't think that I could. I think my biggest takeaway is one, like friendships,
Mm,
because I before college I had a lot of surface level friends,
yeah.
but literally like no deep friends.
No deep friends.
No deep friends. Yeah,
Yeah.
there was no deep friends. It kind of made me think about, am I just like a surface level person?
Mm, yeah.
And made me think, like, how do people have hard conversations with other people if, for me, I'm just like, say hi,
Yeah.
bye,
Do
kind
you
of.
think in a way like it got to you because I feel like this is how it is with me where like honestly unfortunately sometimes like my perception of my own self-worth and
Mhm.
like my likability is heavily dependent on the types of friendships I have.
I think that is what was your question?
I think like do you would you say it's the same for you now where like I'm sure you're probably getting at it, but like where before it's like you kind of felt like everything was surface level amongst everybody, so you thought of yourself as a surface level person while
Yes.
versus now you have like amazing super close deep friendships and now like you almost perceive yourself with a lot more depth and color and
Yeah. I think that's exactly right. You hit the
yeah.
nail on the head. I think that because I've met people who not only care about me,
Mhm.
but care about, I don't know, want to share their insecurities and their like their own identity, like who they fully are, rather
Mhm.
than who they want to kind of pretend, or not everybody's pretending, but who
Yeah.
they want, what they want themselves to be perceived as.
Mhm.
There's like a huge difference, and I think that difference comes with also confidence in myself, knowing that I can, one, be deep,
Yeah.
but also there's a run club over there. Um, and I feel
Oh,
like
wow.
some
There's like a
people,
lot of people.
like there's like maybe like 100,
There's not 100 people.
80.
We always do this.
This
We can
is
never agree on like how many people are within a group of people.
that's got to be 80. This is ADHD thought of the day,
Not
by the way.
80. That is not 80. That's like
That's
I
got to be 80. And
actually
I feel like
maybe
there's a butterfly
60
effect. Oh, they're not even a run club. They're just, half of them are just gonna jump in the lake.
or maybe this is their final destination.
Yeah. What was I talking about? Loki, I
You
forgot.
were freaking talking about the surface level that you
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
now you
And
know that you're deep.
I was so, I guess I was very insecure to be alone
Mm,
because I didn't know how it felt to be with others.
yeah.
But I feel like that realization of, oh, they're about to jump. They're about to realize that this is
Oh, there's a
cold.
dog.
And they're about to run after this.
No,
Is that what's going
I
on?
said I think that this is like their final stop.
Oh, they're done.
I think they ran here. They ran to
Oh,
go
and
jump in
then
the
oh, they're
lake.
doing backstrokes. That seems fun. Okay, maybe we'll join them next time. But allowing or realizing that other people are there for me made me feel more comfortable being alone,
Mhm.
and in a sense gave me a sense of freedom within independence, and
Yeah.
liking actually being independent and liking being in a new city.
Yeah.
Because when I originally came here, I was still lost.
Mhm.
Like before I knew anybody, I
Before
would
you were found.
before I was found, I literally would just go to Chipotle
Yeah.
like every day because I can't.
You
I'm
thought you would find your people there.
Yeah, I did. I don't think I did, but
It was a good start.
it was a good start. Well, because I just need napkins.
What? Okay.
Yeah, their napkins aren't even that like high quality.
Okay.
There's just a lot of them.
Yeah.
So I would go to Chipotle, go home, eat the rest of my Chipotle.
Yeah. Because you didn't find any friends there.
Yeah, and I would do stuff alone, and I felt kind of the urge to like meet other people.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, I felt like this, going back to what we're talking about, like um butterfly effect.
Yeah.
I feel like the window of meeting the people that I feel the most close with
Mhm.
was so small
Yeah.
that it's like crazy how how that window was hit.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Have you ever felt so close to some? Have you ever felt so close to somebody, but you didn't really know how you met?
I like I wouldn't say I didn't know how we met, but I think it's more like I just don't know how we got close. Like how did we form that connection almost out of like nothing it seems like?
Uh huh.
That's how I feel like with my hometown one of my hometown best friends that I do my TikTok with. Like I think about like how we met and how we just got close, but I'm just like how did we get as close as we are now from that? It's more like that because I can remember when we first met. It was in Spanish class in middle
Yeah.
school, but it's just more like we didn't even like really talk about anything. I think it was more like our personalities just like meshed. I truly can't even think like how did we reach the level of closeness that we did, especially as fast. Oh, actually, well, okay, now I kind of remember a little bit more, but still, I think that's how it is for.
Me and my best friend,
Yes.
my friend of friend,
Yeah.
we often we often think about how we got close,
Mhm.
and we still don't know.
Yeah.
We think it was like, oh, that dog is about to jump.
No,
Oh,
where?
no, he didn't. The dog didn't. He
Aw,
was thinking about it.
so cute.
Um, somebody jumped over there. The We often think about how we got close,
Yeah.
and I think it was like one time where I feel like I don't go get close with people unless we talk about like hardships,
Yeah, no,
which is
I
such like
get that.
a it's such a
Ooh.
weird thing
Yeah.
because obviously you're not gonna go around telling your worst things to people you don't know just for the sake of getting
Yeah, just
close.
for intimacy or
But I think it's more so of comfort level.
yeah. Too bad there isn't a camera right here that caught.
Yeah, I'm wearing a comfort hoodie. Um, shop code.
Oh, be quiet. Is it doesn't even work anymore?
I don't know if it works. They can check. I think it's 04335.
It was that's your code? It's
No,
not
no, no.
like
It's Chris.
Chris.
It's
Oh,
Chris
okay.
zero CHRIS 04335. I think it's that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it works because my credit card also isn't attached to the account,
Yeah.
but you'll get 20% off. I think.
I had a quick question
What's up?
that I thought of when you were talking about how you had trouble before accepting and feeling comfortable being independent and alone versus when you were saying how like your friendships now kind of have helped you
Like propelled
become
me. Yeah.
more comfortable because honestly I'm not gonna lie like I mean I met you post these friendships.
Yeah.
I've always noticed that like you will just leave a moment if you don't feel like it. I feel like you're not really one to experience FOMO. It's like no I'm kind of only gonna do something if I want to do it. You're kind of just straight up about it like oh I don't really feel like doing this but we can do something else or like oh I don't really feel like doing this I'm kind of tired.
Yeah.
Do you think
And
that
I think those things are true.
are true?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think that our ability to be independent and feeling comfortable with ourselves to be independent, do you think part of that is because you now feel as though like your friendships like you're almost like not obligated to show up all the time because you know that they're going to stay no matter what. And that's why you're kind of comfortable being alone because like you know your friendships aren't going to necessarily leave because they're deep now, they're not surface level
Yeah.
versus when everything's surface level you kind of have this like desire to always be proving yourself, to always
Yeah.
needing to show up or else they're going to forget you
Ooh.
versus now it's like you have that real established like friendship and you know that they're not going to leave you if you feel like you're tired and you don't want to show up one day
Okay.
because
I
honestly
sometimes honestly what?
like when I was thinking of that question and like also just like hearing you talk about it I was like that's like Loki something I really feel now. Like honestly, I think part of the reason why I feel comfortable like not participating in everything and kind of doing things by myself is
Yeah.
because I feel also comforted knowing that there are people like that are gonna still be there,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. And okay, I think to answer your question, yeah, I don't think I get FOMO,
Hmm.
but that might have been something that has come with the friendships also.
Yeah.
Like come with the individuality and the singularity. Talking about BTS. um, shout out V, he's my bias.
Shut up.
Before I knew that those friendships were very strong,
Yeah.
I would tend to
Like show up to everything.
show up to everything.
Exactly.
And I guess it's only natural to be scared that a close friendship is not gonna last if the ones you've had before or the ones you didn't have before never got close or like.
Yeah.
But I think also it kind of came in the sense of me. It's almost like a verbal. I think is why I'm comfortable with it.
What do you
Like
mean verbal?
literally us telling each other, you don't worry if you don't show up. Don't
Okay, yeah.
worry if you're not 100%. Like
Yeah.
I want what's best for you. You want what's best for me.
Mhm.
And I think that before that, it was kind of like hard to be a not like a yeah, let's do it kind of person.
Mhm.
But I think also my best friend from the other podcast, he is more straight up than me about that.
Yeah.
And I think that's what makes it so good because it's kind of like a lesson like teaching me that I can I can do I want to say what I want when I want, but I can I can kind of choose. Is that a butterfly or not?
No, it's moth. I hate moths.
Oh,
Ooh.
okay.
Okay, it's gone.
I can kind of choose what I want to do, and he'll always be there to support me.
Yeah. Here's another thought
I
I was
forget a
thinking
lot.
about. Um, I think I think this kind of goes hand in hand with the idea that if finding people that don't necessarily require you to show up to all the functions in order for you to maintain that closeness,
Mm-hmm.
that there are people who like I think being here um has given me some friendships where like how do I say it? I guess like they make me feel like as if like just me existing is like enough. There are some friendships that I've realized that aren't as I guess strong or deep as like I thought they were
Yeah.
because the moment that I'm not 100% is like when they leave or like they just like suddenly fall off.
Yeah.
I think sometimes people have that expectation that like you need to be giving like 100% like all the time even if you're not feeling 100%,
Mm-hmm.
and when you're not it's just like okay, I'm going to dip, like I'm going to protect my peace, I'm going to like bye. But then I feel like college at least I've been lucky enough to meet people who like I will not be at 100% and like I will show it that I'm not at 100%,
Mm-hmm.
but they still like they still stay. And it's because like I don't know, they just like they're friends with me because it's me, not
Mm-hmm.
because of like the energy level that I'm at, not because of like the mental state that I'm at, not because like I'm always at the capacity to always be there for I guess to always be like super happy and like fun,
Mm-hmm.
you know? I don't know where I was really getting at with that, but I think it just kind of goes like hand in hand. Where like again, I feel like I've met people here where you can just really be at any state that you
Yeah.
are, and like they will they will stay.
And that's such a beautiful thing because I feel like I thought that was only my family that could do that just because we're blood related
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
you kind of have to make up after a fight.
Yeah,
Or you don't have to, but you feel the need to because like
that's
that's your only family.
yeah.
And like with friends you can just like find other people.
Hmm.
I don't know where I'm going with that.
I feel like this is like something that I feel with just the things that I see on social media and like I guess the types of things that people are believing in nowadays. But I really think like the concept of continuing to actively choose somebody is like kind of lost. So in
You were going on this thing of, sorry to interrupt you,
no, continue.
but like you mentioned protecting your peace,
Yes,
and I think that's a big thing. I think
but then yeah,
for me in my relationships that has been something that I've heard.
yeah,
And um it's really hard because you can't, I don't know, it feels like you can't fix the problem if they just leave,
mm-hmm,
or if they're not trying to make it work.
mm-hmm,
And I think that in a way it might be lost because there's a sense of, you know how we were talking about, like if I don't feel like doing something, I'm just going to say I don't feel like doing it,
yeah,
in the sense that that's being translated in, if I don't feel like hanging out with you, or if I don't feel like resolving the situation, then I don't want to do it.
yeah,
And I think that one of them is like the me not having FOMO, or just not having FOMO in general and being like doing what you want,
yeah,
is more so like, I guess we're saying that it's good.
mm-hmm,
It could not be, but who knows? But that is more so like you're doing it for yourself.
mm-hmm,
Whereas I think the label of protecting your peace is kind of getting labeled as you're doing it for yourself, when it's more so protecting your peace should be literally confronting the situation, in my
and
opinion.
yes,
Yeah.
I think protecting your peace, like people always talk about like know your own boundaries, but it's also about communicating those boundaries to your, you know, the people that you care about the most so that they don't so that they know not to cross those boundaries because sometimes I think people are so quick to leave when a boundary is crossed yet they never communicated it.
Yes.
And that's something like I've been learning a lot recently where again it's just like people are so quick to be like I'm protecting my peace when it's like no, I think you're honestly a little bit lazy and
Hmm.
like you are just like almost just carelessly pushing away a meaningful connection just by claiming it doesn't align with your values when like this connection can continue if you just, you know, communicate said boundaries and like also like see the person beyond those boundaries.
Yeah.
You know, you got to remember that why were they your why did you have that connection in the first place? It's because like you mean you relate to that person, you care for that person, you like I don't know, yeah. And it's just like I think that's like such a thing that I see on social media a ton where people are just like, "Oh, like if somebody does just this just like it's done. It's over.
Done.
Like
Red
bye, like
red
leave."
flag.
And it's just
Leave.
like you don't owe them anything. That sort of mentality
Uh huh.
when it's just kind of like I think you like literally hit on the nail saying like protect your peace like it's not necessarily just like running away when something just goes bad immediately.
Yeah.
It's kind of standing up for yourself and having that trust in the other person that they also care for you and love for you enough that they're gonna like you know hear you out and
Hmm.
you know
And I think I think of peace as being worry free rather than avoidant, I think.
yes Yes.
And I think that's a
Yes.
first time reaction.
Yes.
But I think peace, it's more so for me. I don't know about other people, but it's like a feeling rather than a literal like, oh, I'm at peace because I can't be with that other person, or
Yeah.
because they're not there.
Yeah.
Also, what I
Yeah.
wanted to highlight, what you were saying is like, I think you told me this, or maybe John,
Mhm.
my friend from the other podcast. Y'all, I mean, probably know his name, but he told me that because I was not issues, but things about one of our friends was kind of like bothering me, and it wasn't like on a personal level. It was just like nitpicky, like
Mhm.
uh things that was bothering me, and literally he said like he probably doesn't even know that it's bothering you unless you say anything.
Mhm.
And I think that literally what you were saying of protecting your peace, if those things aren't communicated, how, like, who is that other person to blame it on the person who's oblivious and just living their life,
Mhm.
um to know that there's like an issue.
Yeah.
And I think it's hard because one, it's hard to bring up the issue because there's a sense of, oh, am I too, like, I don't know, high maintenance, or am I
Yeah.
too like nitpicky, like why does that even matter?
Mhm.
And then there's also the sense of, it's hard to bring up a conversation because you don't know how the other person will take it. And
Yeah.
that's like, I think one a big fear of
Yeah.
mine of bringing up hard conversations, like how will they take it, what will the conversation, other than what goes on in the conversation, how the energy feel after.
Yeah.
And what I realized is after having those conversations, literally the energy doesn't change, and if anything, it makes it better,
Yeah.
or it makes them know that, one, you're not going to sugarcoat anything, and also you're not going to hide anything from it.
Yeah. I think people don't realize that honestly, like healthy confrontation is like a sign of love. I feel
Yeah.
like because it's just like I care about you so much that like I want to bring up this thing that's like really bothering me because I don't want it to get in between us.
And you don't want it to cause.
There was something I was about to, oh, how would I word this? Like I think again protecting your peace, people blame their peace being disturbed on other people when honestly it's kind of like on yourself
Yeah.
in a way. Because again, like, yeah, people I think are so quick to be like, oh, I think if I just like remove this factor, which I know it's super dependent on the
I
situation,
was I was
right?
gonna say, it's also like, for the audience, like, there's plenty of times where I feel like I know myself, but I don't know about you, but I've strayed away from a situation like what we're talking
Yes.
about.
Yeah,
Yeah, keep going.
yeah. Yeah, it's definitely dependent on the situation.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess it's just like I feel like a big part of like sometimes why peace is even being disturbed is just because like again, like you just didn't there was no prior communication as to what could like disturb your own peace.
Yeah. Yeah. And I love the honesty from the get-go, I think.
Yeah.
Like, if one person is like, oh, so nice and so caring and friendly, and then you open up to them and then they feel closer to you, and then all of a sudden they start being honest and they change. I feel like that's like a situation that happens where people get closer, but then they get more honest with each other, and then it gets worse.
Mhm.
Whereas if they were honest, not saying that you have to like call
Super.
strangers out
Yeah,
for
yeah, yeah.
random stuff, or like people that you just met.
Hmm.
But you know when you're hiding something, I think.
Yeah.
And it's that kind of strength to know when is the right time to bring it up, I think,
Hmm.
also. Because bringing stuff up at wrong times is something that I'm not good at, or like something that I struggle at, I think.
Yeah.
Like, I can talk about the most random topic at the most random place,
Yeah.
and I could be okay with it.
But
Like,
the other person.
the other person can be like, let's talk about this
Why
later.
right now? The sun's already like
I
way
can't.
up.
The sun is so bright that it's like glaring on the. The
It's
sun has
crazy.
moved that way, I think, on the video,
I think so too. I think so too.
which is fine.
Because we keep adjusting and it keeps coming to me. But it's crazy. It started over there and now it's all the way up here, which means
You
our
know,
time is up.
the first time we were we were talking, or the last time we were talking on the lake, there was a bunch of clouds, and it was kind of like I was talking about like relationships,
Yeah.
and I don't know, we were kind of doing the summer I turned pretty, like team this, team that.
Yeah, yeah.
And after I was talking about one of the only when I
One
was talking
team.
about one of the sides,
Yeah.
the sun would come out.
And
And
we
when I was
took it
talking
as
about
a sign.
the other side, the sun would go down.
The sun has favorites. The sun has an opinion.
And the sun, it looks like this you're the favorite today,
Yeah, I guess so.
which I'm okay with. It's fine. I think that's time to end it.
Okay.
That was what was the title? In the AM?
No, well, it's still work in progress, I guess. Catch you in our next sunrise.
Hopefully we wake up in time.